Alright guys, so as you guys know, I ended up rebuilding the fuel pump on this, and I also replaced the motor, which this is actually a new motor. I was messing around with it again, but then I took out this fuel pressure regulator, I think they call it, and when I put it all back together, it ran like it was before, which doesn't really make sense to me. So I have a feeling it has to do with this thing that helps the fuel pressure. And I brought a fuel pressure tester home, so hopefully I can test it and see what it's doing. But it's running like crap again. So like if I get over half throttle, it'll just bog out. And it wasn't doing that before when I put the filter in there and had it back together. I was actually able to ride it, but as soon as I changed the motor and this thing, it started running like crap again. So I don't know what the deal is there, but I'm gonna see what my fuel pressure is and see if it isn't the fuel pressure causing it to bog down like that. So hopefully I have the right fitting in there to hook it up to the line over here, and I can get a pressure. All right guys, so upon further investigation, I have the fuel pressure tester set up right here, and I have a spark tester set up in there. You guys can see it. A piece of cardboard to keep it off the valve cover. But so when I have it running, it'll idle, and it idles at like I'd say just over 50 psi of fuel pressure. But then when I go and rev it, it'll drop down to like 10 when I'm like almost like full throttle, I guess. They're pretty close, but like it just drops down. And so I'm obviously having a fuel pressure problem because I looked up the specs and it said that it should stay at 43 the whole time. Like the fuel pressure should not change at all. So I don't know what's causing it, but I have the old pump in there because I was trying something. So I'm gonna put the new pump in there and see if it works, or see what the results are. And I might end up just having to get a whole new fuel pump assembly. So I'm gonna get it switched out now and then do the test again and let you guys know. All right, guys, we're back, and as you guys can see, this is on there. Actually, I don't know if it was on there before or not, but we got this old pump right here, which is clearly bad because it was dropping fuel pressure and high RPM. Put the new pump in there, and I was testing it. The fuel pressure gauge hooked up. I actually already put it away, but I had it hooked up on this line, which the one I was using barely fit on this one, but it fit in this plastic one just fine. And I just zip tied it out of the way because I don't know how the line was, but I just got done riding it, and it ran just as good as it was when I had it running good before, but it was running better because it definitely felt like it had more top end power. I don't know if it still has all the power that it should on top end, but it definitely rode really good. So I don't know if they're just supposed to be quick for acceleration or if they're supposed to have some top end too. I'm assuming just quick for acceleration because it's a race quad. But it definitely seems like my Predator would beat it in top end. So I don't know if that's right or not yet, but it was definitely running really good. With the pump in it too, it was holding a constant fuel pressure. And I definitely still want to look into getting a stock airbox, one that's not all cut up and bagged out. But I did have the tape over it this time too. Ran really good, had power, didn't bog at all. So I'm gonna finish putting it back together, get the plastics on it finally, and then I gotta fix the oil leak, probably change the oil again to try to get it set at the right level, because I couldn't really find the spec when I was doing it the first time, and I think I put a little too much in it. But I'm gonna do that and then get the skid plate on it, which is right there. Got a brand new one for it, and then this thing should be ready to go. But also, I also just remembered I got a full exhaust under those Warrior plastics and a tuner if I want to mess with it some more. But there you guys have it. the first ride, and I was having a lot of fun. So let me get this thing put back together, and let's go from there. All right, guys, so there you have it. It is all I got all the plastics on, so it is back together, and it's looking a lot better now. So now tomorrow, I'm gonna come down here and make sure that everything is still good and working. And then I actually had one of the body bolts that go right here. I had the little clip strip out on me, so I'm gonna have to get a clip so that I can hold this bracket and fender piece back down there. But then once it's all good, then I'll change the oil, put that skid plate on, and then might change out the exhaust and add the programmer. I'm not sure yet. Might also look for an air box. But other than that, guys, this thing is pretty much done. Now it's time to move on to the Polarises and get them nice and tidied up, because I know that the Predator needs to be tuned and maybe a little bit more. I don't know. But this one is pretty much done for now. Just a few little things left, and then it'll be done. So hope you guys enjoyed this, and hope you guys maybe this fixes your problem too, with it being the fuel pump, because I was just able to get by with putting a motor in mine and a fuel filter and everything. There's actually a whole kit, and that got mine running good again. And hope it helps you guys out there too. So here you guys have it. Alright, guys, so here is the Kawasaki in its final form. This will be the last video on it too. I already have it posted for sale. But anyways, the plastics are fully on it now, all tightened down, not going anywhere. I got that one bolt out of the rear skid plate and got the rear skid plate on. You guys can see. And I just had to weld a nut to it, get it out, and then I put a new bolt in there. And fixed the oil leak, just needed a gasket. And it runs really good now. Fires up right away and will stay running. I don't know what I'm going to do with the full exhaust and the programmer, the fuel programmer I have for it. Might see if the person who gets it wants it. Otherwise, just probably try and sell it. But yeah, here it is. It's all done. So, and I'll put the new axle, the center rear hubs, chain and sprockets, new brake pads, the coolant hoses, the air filter, the rear tail light, the bumpers, the Nerf bars, the rear linkage at the bottom of the shock and that moving part. Put, let's see, the new battery in it, battery cover, skid plate, the hand grips, the fuel pump, and I think that's just about it. I probably forgot something. Oh, the tires and the lug nuts too. And then painted a few things. And then I put a stock exhaust back on it so that it's all stock, ready for someone to buy and modify, or you know, do whatever they want to it. So there it is. And it was a fun build. Definitely learned more about this thing. I actually never knew that these had automatic decompression feature in the motor, and that the fuel pump deal. I never knew how to rebuild a fuel pump or work on one before this, so that was pretty cool to learn. But this is how it'll stay, and might be gone soon, so be looking towards that. But this will be the final video of the Kawasaki before it goes to its new owner, and for someone else to rip it up and have fun on it. So there you guys have it.